Hello guys, welcome back to episode 6 of Like Father Like Son. As always, you can find us on the YouTube, iTunes, all that good stuff. We have got another amazing episode coming up. Dad, how you doing today? You good? You good?
Very good. I am full of energy right from the beginning of the show.
I genuinely can't believe that you've still got that. Like, I said it once, last episode. I was a bit like, give a bit more energy, and he's still quite uptight about it.
I'm bitter, and I'm holding on to that bitterness.
Yeah, no, you really are for way too long.
Right.
Like, it's getting a bit ridiculous now. Ridiculous. Also, what's getting a bit ridiculous is that you've got another marathon update.
Yes, lots of people have been getting in touch. Nobody. Lots of people have been getting...
Nobody.
People have
Nobody's
been emailing.
Bothered, but every single time.
People have been emailing. No one's emailed in.
No one's emailed in, mate.
Any letters?
No.
Phone calls?
No.
That thing with the fire? You know, the smoke messages? I'm going to crack on. So... Lots of people have been showing a bit of interest in my marathon running, and we're up with the big numbers now. We're up amongst the big numbers. So I've been doing 15 miles runs, 15 miles, 10-mile runs, 12 miles, 14 miles.
And a marathon is 26 miles.
That is true.
So you're getting basically halfway.
I know. And
that
I'm
is
an
great.
Absolute wreck. I am an absolute wreck. But I did feel that this was of interest.
You've not pooed in another.
I think we were
supermarket.
pressing on from that. I think
No.
we were pushing on from that. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
But we have got a little thing going on, and that is I've got some nipple trouble.
Oh, flipping heck.
Yeah.
If you thought last episode's update was bad, I think it's just going to get worse. Like, I don't want to even know what next episode's trouble is going to be, because I think it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
No, I've definitely got some nipple trauma going on.
I actually can't believe I'm sitting and talking about my dad's nipples right now.
Well, you're not only going to talk about it, you're going to have to visualize it, brother.
Oh.
What's happening? Just so that everyone's aware, I've not got a badge on my shirt. People think that immediately.
So it's not rubbing on your nipple.
Nothing is rubbed. There's no badge rubbing my nipple. There's also
that is that's good. That is a
good.
Positive bit of news.
Bit of news. However, it's only one of my nipples that is getting really red and sore, and I'm going to use the word pert. Is that the right word? It's
pert.
Like it's like one of my nipples, my left nipple, is red raw, and it's like standing to attention. It's like
how much can we actually put of this in the podcast?
The thing is, what's weird is my right nipple is not even bothered, right? It's like it can't
maybe
even
one of your man boobs is bigger than the other.
I don't have man boobs. I'm like a absolute specimen of health. Yeah.
I just don't think you are.
The thing is, I feel embarrassed that, you know, those really tight shirts, the really tight sports shirts that guys wear.
Muscle fit.
Yeah.
Got a few myself.
If I wore one of them at the moment, it would be bad. People would be genuinely distracted by my left nipple. You would see them going, ooh, they're not. I think it is the fact that at the moment they're not in balance. One of them
not symmetrical. Is that what it is?
Yeah, but I think that is more the deal. One of them is really like sort of standing to attention. I don't know whether I should be mad at my right nipple for not putting the effort in, because my right nipple, it's like my right nipple's just like, I can't be bothered. I can't. And the left nipple's like, right, we're ready, let's run. So maybe my left nipple has got into the spirit of the marathon, and my right nipple's just like,
I just like I am genuinely gobsmacked. What am I supposed to say about your right nipple?
Well, that it's lazy. I think that's what I'm saying.
I'm not sure how that's
like
nipples work.
that's like you and me in a nutshell. You're like the right nipple, and I'm like the left nipple.
But I mean, that's just not the case, is it? Because who really makes this podcast work? Me.
Right.
You know, all the tweets and all that, is, you know, they're all aimed at me, you know.
Yeah.
The really hurtful ones. You know? No, I'm joking. No, but everyone says that I am genuinely the funniest. We've kind of established that, you know, we're running with that. It's quite, it's fact.
I'll tell you
it's
what
facts now.
tell you what I'm running with. I'm running with a flipping sore left nipple. That's what I'm running with. It's really painful. And the thing is, I mean, I hate to bring this in because I can see your face. You're not enjoying this chat.
Well,
but
no, I'm talking about my dad's nipples.
Right.
How in any way am I supposed to be like, this is a great conversation?
But I'm going to have to get Vaseline involved, don't I?
It's Vaseline, not
That's what I said.
Vaseline.
What did I call it?
You called it Vaseline.
It's like...
I may have, I hammed that up a little bit.
Yeah, you did. Anyway, I'm going to have to get the old Vaseline.
No, you did say that. It's Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Yeah,
right?
it's not Vaseline.
Are we getting sponsored by Vaseline? Because we have said their name now about 50 times.
Buy it now. Special code. Like
But
Father,
yeah,
like Son.
and I'm going to have to scoop it out the tub, and I'm going to have to...
Yeah, no,
I'm going to have
that's
to get
how-
it on the old...
That's how people apply Vaseline.
Yeah. But do a lather up on both nipples, because at the moment...
This is so weird. This is one of the weirdest conversations. They're getting, our episodes are getting more weird.
But because it feels like that's completely redundant to put it on my right nipple, because my right nipple is not hurting. So it's like... I just feel
I think you should go on Jeremy Kyle about this.
Can you imagine just being a guest on there?
But my right nipple's not really hurting.
I know. It's like, what's the problem? My right and my left nipple. They're arguing all the time.
Okay.
Do a lie test, Jeremy. Not that I've ever seen it. I've never seen it.
No, I've
yeah,
never
I've
watched
never
it.
seen it.
Never
I've
watched
never
it.
watched it. I'm at work.
Oh,
Both of
good.
us just giving away like our Monday mornings, just sitting in our bed watching Jeremy Kyle.
No, I am being genuinely honest. I have only watched like 2 episodes. It's a bit like EastEnders and Emmerdale and all of that. I genuinely have just no clue what's going on.
That's good. I've never seen. I get the basic premise.
Yeah,
of
of
what's
course.
going
But
on.
like all of those shows, people will talk about them, and like because and I'll just be a bit like I have genuinely no idea what's going on. And they're like, oh yeah, that's what they all say. And I'm like, no, I genuinely don't know any of the characters. Like, because there's that, the only one I do know, there's a famous older lady that's in EastEnders that's just been in it for like 40 years, right?
And what's her name?
Is it Dawn?
Dot. It's
Dot. See,
Dawn.
there we go. And she runs a pub and she's like, yeah, my pub. Is that?
No, I
No?
think you get.
See, there we go. I have no idea about
Well, that's
EastEnders,
quite
which
good.
is,
That's
it
good.
makes me feel good about myself.
Anyway, I feel like we strayed away from my nipples. So just to get back onto that,
Well, I mean, if anyone has any ideas
that
of
would be helpful.
what's up, the thing is that I'm going to be reading these posts if people do put on, iTunes. Well, I don't think you can comment on iTunes, but on the YouTube, or if you want to get in contact with social media, I'm going to be the one having to read these comments about my dad's nipples.
Yeah,
But
good.
obviously he's going to enjoy it.
I might have to start wearing a sports bra. That has
Oh.
just come to me right now.
I
Oh.
I just want to move on.
Yeah, do you? Do you want to
Like,
come bra shopping with me?
oh, is it for
I've
is it for your girlfriend or your wife?
No, it's for me, mate.
It's for me.
I don't know what size to get.
Is
Fast
it?
bra. It's
Do
my fast
you
bra.
have any of those bras where there's like one cup on one side and nothing on the other?
Okay,
'Cause
this is
it's
getting too
this,
weird.
I,
This is
I
getting
feel
too
I've actually
weird.
made myself a bit sick there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've got a story.
I've got a little bit sick in my mouth
Yeah.
just saying that.
You know, when you get to
I'm
that point
sorry.
of you really want someone to move on that
Yeah.
quickly that you're not even trying to link it in smoothly. You're just like, look, we've got a story about some golf clubs.
Yeah.
Just go. Just go.
Right, I will move on because I feel like I've made myself ill. So, I love this story, right? It happened in Glasgow. It happened.
You right, mate?
Aye, that's good. You there with your Welsh accent.
It's not.
It's not. Do your best Glaswegian accent.
Hey,
No. They've got really nasally. It's like,
hey, you right, mate? How you doing?
That's
You
pretty
good?
That's pretty good.
I'm from Glasgow.
I was doing a show the other day, and a Glaswegian shouted out, and all he shouted out was, "You all right, mate?" He shouted out, "You all right, mate? You're brilliant, eh?" But
I
it
don't think he said
sounded
that.
like he did, and it sounded like, "I want to kill you." I mean, Glaswegians,
You right?
even when they're being friendly, they sound like they're trying to.
oh no,
cause
they're
you,
a
but-
very aggressive sort of.
Right. Well, if you've got any messages to be sent in, and you're from Glasgow, Jordan said that. I think he's a lovely people, Glaswegians. But
Right.
this is quite a cool story. So basically, this guy was selling a golf club. Let's call him Tommy, right? Tommy was selling a golf club.
I think he was probably selling more than one golf club.
No, he was selling one golf club for £20.
£20 for one golf club?
Yeah. I mean, change it if you like, but shall we stick to the original story?
Okay.
Right.
I don't know much about
I know
golf.
you don't. Tommy was selling one golf club. And anyway,
Tommy.
a little Glaswegian guy called Jimmy, we'll call him Jimmy. He's bound to be called Jimmy.
You're right, Jimmy.
Jimmy, right, texted him and says, "Oh, you still selling that golf club? I'd like to buy it." So yeah. So they arranged to meet.
Don't
where-
think he said yeah, did he?
Yeah, they probably never did. Pizza. And but anyway, what happened was that the guy that was buying it off him just like then sent a text to his mate just saying, "Oh, I'm getting this golf club off this guy. I'm meeting him around the back of Aldi's. Do you want to come? And we'll kick his head in and I'll just nick the golf club," right? But the funny bit is, he sent it to the guy,
To Tommy.
to Tommy.
Oh, wow. How do you just don't recover from that, do you? Like, what do you text back in that situation?
Oh, sorry, mate. It's a wee joke that me and my friend are having. I'm really sorry, mate. I'll pay for it. I promise.
And it's just, I love it. And also, if you are selling that golf club to that guy, you are going to feel a wee bit nervous.
You're just gonna look at that and go, well, no, I'm not going to arrange to meet you in the Audi car park, am I?
You are definitely going to take your mates to that meeting, aren't you?
Yeah.
Would you come, mate? Help me sell a golf club in the back of Aldi? Because it's just got a wee bit aggressive, a wee bit violent.
I don't know what it is though, but we all do know that guy that like can get anything for 20 quid. Do you know what I mean? That dodgy guy. Yeah, you're right. That'll be 20 quid. That'll be 20 quid. That. And it just like anything is £20. £30 in cash.
You did a little bit of stuff with.
Oh
eBay.
right, yes. Well, I mean, we're bringing this up, are we?
Yes.
I mean,
we
so
are.
basically, what I did is I sold something on eBay quite a while ago, and it was it was quite expensive. So I was like, cool. And I didn't really understand that I think it's over if it's £100 or something, you basically have to pay a fee to eBay once you've sold your item. So I don't know what happened to me, but basically I got so sort of enraged.
Enraged. Flippin' heck, Vaseline, mate.
Didn't make any sense. I just got annoyed at the fact that I had to give eBay money. And like obviously it doesn't make sense because that's how they obviously make money themselves. So I just didn't pay it for a very long time, and so I owed them like £15, and it basically got to a point where 6 months after I'd sold the item, I still hadn't paid this £15, to a point where they were like getting lawyers involved.
Oh my goodness!
And they were saying that you were going to bump it up to £30. Also, my account just got banned. So like I technically in my account right now, I actually can't sell anything on eBay because they banned it. Now, I mean it's just one of those of like, so yeah, I've got a banned eBay account, and like so obviously I kind of said to my mum, oh yeah, I've not paid it because like why should I? She was like, well, you do realise that they're just going to keep upping that money that you need to give them until it will be like 2-3 grand. And then, like, obviously people will get involved and it's not going to get good. So while it's £15, pay it. And obviously I said to my mum, yeah, no, that's probably quite a good idea. Like, £15 at the moment is quite a bargain, isn't it? So, yeah, paid the £15 and still can't use my eBay account. So
I've never sold anything on eBay. Never.
Well, to be fair, obviously, your life, obviously eBay's, quite a new thing for you, isn't it, really?
What are you doing that thing that because I'm quite old I can't work the internet?
Well,
is that where we're going with this?
Yeah, I mean it takes you 20 to 25 minutes to type a tweet out.
But yeah, it does.
Honestly, guys, you should see it. It's one of the greatest things ever. The classic, he uses one finger and he'll kind of like press one of the little letters.
Ageist.
And then he'll have to look for the other letter and he'll press it. And it just takes him...
Sick, you little fast typing fingers.
It got to
You
a point
horrible
once.
little fast typing. Look at you. Oh, I can send a tweet in 2 seconds.
But it did get to a point once where basically he was sending me. He said this text of like he was like, "Oh, I've got 5 things for you," and it literally, and I timed the thing, so he obviously sent them in separate messages. And
exactly. Five texts. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've got 5 things to say.
And I timed it. It took him 15 minutes to send all 5 things through. It was impressive.
Oh, I think I might actually die sending a text because I might just die of old age if it's a big text. Do you know what I mean? Just
What a horrible thing to say.
I think that might actually happen. I haven't really got a selling story, but I've got a bit of a swapping story.
Okay.
So when I was a young lad, when you were not on this planet, when I was a young lad, 13, 14, there used to be a Saturday morning TV show called Saturday Swap Shop, right? Swap Shop. It's called Multicoloured Swap Shop. Was it called Multicoloured? Yeah. Multicoloured Swap Shop. I think it was called that. That's quite a long time ago. And it's
that little fight with yourself. You didn't know what it was. I think it was It was called that
by a guy called Noel Edmonds, right?
Is he the one that does Deal or No Deal?
Yeah. He used to be a big deal in the old children's TV. We all wanted to be Noel Edmonds. He was a big deal.
Hey, big deal.
Oh,
Deal or No Deal.
I didn't
See what I
even
did
mean
there?
it. I didn't even mean it.
Of course you didn't.
Yeah.
Comical genius.
So the guys that were your Saturday morning guys was it Dick and Dom? Remember them?
Yeah.
Oh, I can remember you just getting hyped out your head on a bit of Dick and
Mate,
Dom.
Bogies was an incredible game back in the day. Bogies!
Right, we're not doing that.
Bogies!
Yeah, people are switching off.
And that was a 3.5 on the Bogies
People are
scale.
switching off.
Well, if you watch Dick and Dom, like you guys know that thing when you're like 7 years old, it was incredible TV.
Incredible. Anyway, what I would like to say is that they used to take this swapping thing around different cities. And there's a guy, he's actually just died recently, so God bless him. But a guy called Keith Chegwin, and he used to actually like be the presenter, and they turn up in different cities. My brother and me were watching it, and he turned up at Edinburgh, where we lived. So we got our dad out of bed, Saturday morning TV, like dad. And so anyway, we went and swapped our toys. But my brother, he went and got like his best toy, and I went and got my best toy. And then I thought, what am I doing? So then I got this game called Kerplunk, which have you ever played it? Have you ever seen it? That like
I think I've played it.
Straws and the marbles and all that.
I've played it once or twice, and I'm gonna be honest, it's one of the most boring games.
It's not riveting. It's not up there with PlayStation. Let's put
exactly.
it like that.
Oh, I've taken a straw out and a marble's fallen.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of stuff we used to play when we were kids. All right.
Yeah, no.
Well, this game, it had seen better days, and I'd also lost all the straws except one. There was one straw left, right?
So you had one straw.
One straw with loads of marbles, but one straw. And anyway, I took it up there and I swapped that game for a remote control car. And as soon as I made the swap, I was like, Dad, we need to go. Stop. He's got to...
Dad, get in the car.
Yeah, exactly, get in the car because we need to go right now. And he's like, I swapped this game, which
this
was
poor kid.
a remote control car, and it was a beaut as well. It was an absolute cracker. And I do.
You are also this kid must be a little bit thick. He's from Edinburgh, so he wasn't the cleverest.
Right.
He's looked at that and gone, "Oh, a straw and marbles for my wee remote control. That's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
I'll take
but
that."
the thing is, now I just spend my whole life wandering around just dreading that I might meet a man with a straw in his hand who might just attack me.
Down an alleyway. You're right there, Mark. Oh, hello. Who are you?
I traced you down.
You were the one that gave me the kaplunk.
Kaplunk. That was quite good the way you did that. Kaplunk. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm a comical genius.
Yeah, I really believe that. So, I think we're moving on to what can only be commonly known as our sports section.
The sports section. No. We
need a theme tune.
We do.
Tune.
Anyone out there that wants to make a sports section theme tune, you're more than welcome.
Well, I know that some people do switch off at the old sports section, but please stay with us because it's the World Cup very soon.
Woo!
And
I'm actually really excited for the World Cup.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I love it when you and me are trying to tell Mom that, like, Nigeria versus North Korea is a very important match.
And it's on at 3 a.m, and we have to watch
See
it.
Yeah.
Oh, but Mum, please.
Come on, Tam, please. It's important. It's a big game.
It's a big game.
But I went to Wembley a few days ago
Okay.
to see one of the warm friendlies against Italy.
Who aren't in the World Cup?
Italy are not in the World Cup. I feel a bit sad about that. England versus Italy. And I just want to say it was like one of the biggest disappointments I've ever had in sport. It was
Seriously?
Yeah, because the atmosphere was like rubbish. It was really quiet. So you've got 85,000 people in a stadium.
Okay.
And honestly, it was so quiet.
Oh, and you could hear a pin drop.
Oh, you could. It was like watching football in a library. Yeah? Except in a library, you'd be just all the time, like the books would get in the way. So it's not really like watching it in a library.
What have you just said there? The books would get in the way.
That's what a library is. You've never been in one, you complete. I'm not saying you're thick. Listen, I'm not. I'm not. How many books have you read in your life?
3 or 4?
3 or 4. I read 3 or 4 on a Tuesday, mate.
You don't know.
I don't. But I do. I'm trying to read three books a month. Felt why
Good
did I
for
say
you.
it? Exactly. Anyway, shall we go
Thank
back
you.
to Wembley? Because I feel like I
That
got
was
all
the
kind
most
of.
boring thing. Like, this whole podcast is, we're trying to make people laugh and like, bit of entertainment. Oh, I'm trying to read 3 or 4 books a month.
People out there might be inspired, mate.
Yeah,
might
no,
be
we're gonna.
inspired.
Oh, and here we've got the book update as alongside the marathon
Listen,
update.
it's important. We've got to vary it. Nipples for some people, books for other people. Yeah. It's
I was
everybody-
reading a great book this month.
Right, like good. So anyway, yeah, I was really gutted. I mean, the atmosphere was rubbish. You know when I used to watch you play as a lad down by the park?
Yeah.
There was more atmosphere at those games.
I mean, that's because you were the one shouting at the referee.
I did get excited, didn't I?
You did.
I did. And it's because, like, obviously we live in Nottingham and everybody around here, funnily enough, has a Nottingham accent. And I've got a Scottish accent.
Jordan,
So it just
Run!
sounds worse.
run!
Yeah.
Genuinely, honestly, it was actually quite scary. It was almost like you've just got this Scotsman, an angry Scotsman, shouting at you. And obviously, you're 12 years old and you're running after this football. Like, if I don't get this, my dad is gonna shout at me. And obviously, you thought it was a loving, endearing thing.
I did.
Whereas I was petrified. I was like, oh my days.
Yeah.
And it was the only, because everybody else has got their mums there, and oh, well done, Anthony, you won the ball, yay! And I've got Jordan, get him, tackle him, oh, kick him,
Do him!
break his legs, son, break it.
Nah, yeah, I never said that. Just for clarification, I've never.
He's Arnold, he's from, get him.
Right, I've never said that either.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did.
yeah,
I
no.
mean, to be honest, like. Quite a lot of those games were, they were pretty aggressive. They were.
Yeah.
I was actually just thought about them for a second. They were pretty aggressive games for
I
like
don't think
being
we should
12.
mention names of the places, but there was one game against a particular place, and honestly,
I mean-
it was
6 people got red cards in that game, and for a 12-year-old to get sent off
Yeah.
is pretty impressive.
this is a memory. I totally did not think we'd chat about this, but I had an American friend that came to that game to watch it.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you remember?
Bro, that's
He totally. I mean, what a culture shock for him.
what is this, man?
I mean, he'd never seen anything like it.
Like, why is that guy like trying to hit the referee?
I
Man?
mean, honestly, that game was bad though. That
Oh, the
was
manager,
bad.
like, but the thing is that every single time we played that team, and I mean, obviously, if you're from Nottingham, it's not difficult to work out
But
where
we're
that
not going to
is.
do that. We're not going to work out.
We're not going to
where
say that
area
it's
We're not going to stop.
But the referee had to send off the manager every single time that we played that team. like every single time, he'd be like, "Oh, yep, here's the customary red card for the manager."
mean,
It was
I just love the
ridiculous.
thought of the lads actually not really caring that much, and the manager just absolutely losing it on the side. And the team are like, "Listen, boss, we're not really bothered. We just want to have a McDonald's." Do you know what I mean?
I'm 12. I want to eat junk food.
Yeah.
I don't want to play this
I don't need
football.
you losing it at the side. He did absolutely do his nutting, didn't
I
he?
mean, yeah, and I mean those football games. It was just always like they were just carnage, really. To be honest, they were just a bit like, what is this? But I mean, I'm very excited for the World Cup. I very much am. Thing with England is that, like, to be honest, like ever since I was young, I was one of the cleverer in terms of I never really got excited about England because we'd always underperform.
Yes.
And I'm going to be brutally honest, Harry Kane and all that, they look amazing, but I genuinely don't think we're going to do anything this World Cup, which is sad. It's, obviously I want us to win it. Like, I'm not saying that, but I just think this is going to be another classic year where we, and we get, beaten by...
It is the hope that kills you, though. It is because it's like that thing.
That's why I support Brazil.
Yeah, though Brazil did do badly in the last World Cup.
I think I might support Spain or Germany.
They look very good.
Whereas England, I'm just... Do you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously, as I said, I do want them to win. But it's just every single... It's like... I don't know what it is. It's like you just look at the players and they're just petrified.
Yeah, the players do look terrified.
Like, to be fair, I get it though. Like, you've got a whole nation that, like, every other nation just gets behind their players no matter what happens. Whereas our nation see it as like, if you do not win a game, like, we hate you. Like, it's just difficult for them to do anything because they're just obviously so petrified about losing.
And I've just suddenly realised, like, why they've got that wonderful 3 lions badge on their shirts. It's to hide their left nipples, aren't they? Because they're all got the same problem as me. And
I really hope
they
that we
wear
move
that badge
the one
with pride. They wear that badge with pride, but it is also disguising the fact that they've got a massive left nipple.
We've said that together, and that's also a
I
little
feel
bit
like
of
I could die
information.
now. It's like my whole life's just been completely successful as my son has just chanted along with me. Yeah.
Sorry, a little bit of information about those is that the new England kits, guess how much for a top? £90 for the new...
90 quid?
That is ridiculous, isn't it?
Lot of money. That is a lot of money.
Like, it's a bit ridiculous. I mean, I'm not buying one anytime
one
soon.
of them?
No.
I mean, no.
The last one I got was when the red stripe down and David Beckham made it look very cool because he was bold. Remember that World Cup? No?
Yeah. I kind of tend to focus on the football rather than like what the footballer's hair's doing. Do you know what I mean? But hey, listen,
I was 6.
fine.
David Beckham was cool.
I know. He was a very cool man.
So obviously we're looking forward to the World Cup. And
just on that, do you think David Beckham's kids actually are like, oh Dad, you're so boring, or oh Dad, you're so uncool?
No, I think they love him very much.
No, but like, because you know how like you're like, oh Dad, you're such a flipping loser.
I have never called you a loser.
Haven't you?
I've called you a lot of worse things that we unfortunately can't go into on the podcast, but loser's not one of them. It's almost too tame for me, loser. It's not hurtful enough to call you a loser.
But this is all setting us up nicely for you know what.
Oh,
you know what.
So obviously we're very excited for the World Cup, and obviously throughout the podcast we will probably keep you very updated when it's, we're really ramping up for it. And as Dad has just said, it is time for the one, the only Dad quote.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a really cool name to call it, but I think it's just called Dad quote now.
It is called Dad quote.
Go on, hit
Right.
it.
Listen to
Hit
this
me with
one.
it, brother.
This is good. Right. Not failure, but low aim is a crime. Oh, it's just the pain of just seeing.
What I don't get is why every single Dad quote is done in like Shakespearean, like just speak English. Like, why have you tried to make some fancy sort of?
It's not me. I'm
wordplay
quoting
with it?
people. Not failure, but low aim.
Who was that?
Is a crime. I don't know.
Right, brilliant.
Yeah. If you wrote it and you're out there, well done. And you've clearly not aimed that low because you've come up with a great quote.
And you've made it into like father, like son.
Hey,
One of his biggest moments, I think.
That's good though, isn't it? Not failure, but it's like low aim that's the crime. Because, just as we finish, we had a bit of a failure at the beginning today. That I think the listeners will never get the chance to hear, but you did a bit of an Alan Partridge start, didn't you?
No, so I thought, again, wow, we're actually talking about this. So I thought it'd be funny for me to start the podcast with knowing me, Jordan Ritchie, knowing you, Mark Ritchie, aha.
Yeah.
And I was going to do that to like start it to be a bit different, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
And my dad just went, we're not starting it like that, Jordan.
Because it was rubbish.
So obviously I had to stop the recording and go, okay then, well, let's start that again. And I'll just do the normal intro.
Exactly. And I'm glad you did. So not failure, but low aim.
And on
is
that
a crime.
And on that bombshell.
Oh, see what you've done there.
Alan.
I've just got to nipple off.
I think that's one of your worst jokes you've ever done.
I feel sad that I did it. I did it.
No, I'm sad. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode like the other ones. And obviously to listen to the other ones, we are on YouTube and we are on iTunes. Just type in Like Father Like Son. We also have Facebook page and I was gonna say Instagram, and it nearly came out as ISIS.
I think that might be edited out.
We've also got the Instagram and Twitter. It's just all LFLS podcast. Go follow us on there. Make sure that you don't miss any other amazing content. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you on episode 7. And thank you very much for listening. And goodbye.
Bye.